back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a graphic organizer and warm-up focused on helping students understand the process for critiquing artwork. We'll be using artwork from Michael Nicole Yakalana's graphic novel, War of the Blank. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, my name is Amy Bowman and I teach visual art in Colorado. Each week I share a new visual art warm-up that is appropriate for grades 6 through 12. These warm-ups can easily be modified to fit national standards or the standards in your state. Each warm-up will take 10 to 15 minutes of class time. Warm-ups are a great way to address a wide range of standards and ensure that your students are spending the majority of their time being artists, making art.
This week, I'll be doing our Thursday warm-up a little different. I want to prep my students for peer critique and make sure that it is a thoughtful process that helps them understand the steps of description, analysis, interpretation, and finally, judgment. We will begin the activity by passing out a critique graphic organizer that I've created and viewing artwork from Michael Nicole Yakalana's recent graphic novel, War of the Blank. The luscious watercolor illustrations in War of the Blank, Michael Nicole Yakalana's new graphic novel, convey a story that was told by the Haida people, long before there was a Canada or a United States. Using his signature Haida manga style, a fusion of indigenous visual traditions from the Pacific Northwest and the graphic format of Japanese comics, Yakalana translates oral history into a fluid, non-linear reading experience, highlighting themes that feel surprisingly relevant to today's geopolitical standoffs. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about critique with students. I want them to understand that it is critique of artwork and not critique of the artist. I love the quote, "The dread of criticism is the death of genius," from William Gilmore Simms. I want students to approach critique with a growth mindset focused on critical thinking. Next, I will go over the graphic organizer with students. This is a new activity in my classroom, and I want to make sure they understand the process for completing this worksheet. For the first step in completion of the graphic organizer, students will identify the title of the artwork and the artist's name. It's a good idea to review with students that titles and artist's name can give us a lot of information that will help us understand the artwork. Next, they will describe the artwork. Use a single word on each line, 5 words, to describe the artwork. What kind of artwork is it? When was the artwork created? What kind of colors do you see? What kind of shapes do you see? What are the little objects in the artwork? Trees, people, animals? What type of day, night is it? How can you tell? What do you notice first when you look at the work? Why? What is the overall visual effect or mood of the work? Then they will analyze the artwork. Use short phrases, 2 to 4 words, to analyze the artwork. How has the artist used color in the work? How have lines been used in the work? Has the artist used them as an important or dominant part of the work? What role does texture play in the work? Has the artist used the illusion of texture, or has the artist used actual texture? How has texture been used within the work? How has the artist used light in the work? Is there the illusion of a scene with lights and shadows, or does the artist use light and dark values in a more abstracted way? After analysis, students will try to interpret what they see. Use short phrases, 2 to 4 words, to interpret the artwork. What do you think it means? What does it mean to you? How does this relate to you and your life? What feelings do you have when looking at the artwork? Do you think there are things in the artwork that represent other things, symbols? Why do you think that the artist chose to work in this manner and made these kind of artistic decisions? Finally, students will form personal judgments of the artwork. Use 3 complete sentences to form a judgment of the artwork. Consider your description, analysis, and interpretation. Why do you think that this work has intrinsic value or worth? What is the value that you find in the work? Do you think that the work has a benefit for others? Do you find that the work communicates an idea, feeling, or principle that would have value for others? What kind of an effect do you think that the work could have for others? Does the work lack value or worth? Why do you think this is so? I'm hoping that this activity will prepare students for the larger focus of Thursday, critique of a peer's artwork. The students will be completing writing assignments based on similar questions to those posed in this activity. This activity and the graphic organizer I created are available on my blog and at Teachers Pay Teachers. I've provided a link to both in the description below. If you've liked this video, I hope to see you again next week. Like and subscribe to be notified the next time I post. Art enables us to find ourselves and lose ourselves at the same time. Thomas Morton.